Hi everyone, welcome back into my kitchen, Cooking with Carol Diane. I'm Diane. I already made a video this morning of tea time and now I'm going to start my dinner, and the first thing that I'm going to start is the dessert first before I get into the rest of the dinner. So come along with me, won't you? Pull up a chair in your kitchen, wherever you're at. Maybe you're in the recliner in your living room, just taking it easy today, and you're watching Cooking with Carol Diane. And I'm honored, really, I am. Today I'm going to make very similar to a pineapple upside down cake, only it's a peach upside down cake because I want to use up my peaches. Yeah, I really do, before I lose them. Pretty simple recipe. When I make a pineapple upside down cake, I usually bring out my large cast iron skillet to do it in. I'm going to do this one in the one that's the 9-inch of the cast iron skillet. And what you need to do is take, let's see, I have to get 6 tablespoons. So this one needs to be cut down just a little bit. I don't want a half. I don't want 8 tablespoons, I only want 6. 6 tablespoons of butter. Salted or non-salted, it's your preference on that, really. Usually my butter, all of them are salted. And then you will need that in there real good. Then you're gonna need 2/3 cup of packed brown sugar. Put that in there. And you will need 1/4, for all that butter. You're gonna need 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see, what did I say? Gosh, this day. Quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Quarter of a teaspoon. It's not very much, but you want to give it just a little bit of flavor. You really do. Okay. Put that into that butter. Oh, already smells good. Cinnamon makes everything taste and smell good. I think. I really do. So again, if you've ever made a pineapple upside down cake, it's very similar to that. Very, very, very. You're gonna need 3 good-sized peaches. Recipe calls for large peaches. Mine are fairly large. Enough that you're gonna have 2 cups worth. So get those all sliced up. Mine are ready to go right here. 2 cups of sliced peaches. This recipe is for fresh peaches, not canned. So as soon as I get this butter, where it's melted into all that nice brown sugar. Oh, it's such a good smell, really. Right. I'm going to turn off the heat. And I'm going to place my peaches in there. They have to get all in there. I suppose if you wanted to be very precise about it, you could actually line them where they look really pretty in there. I'm not doing that today. They're going to be fine in there, I think. Just kind of set that aside for a minute. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Now we start with the cake part of it. And the cake part of it, you're going to need 1 1/4 cups of flour. Actually, before I start that, I always get out of order, don't I, here lately? I do apologize for that. I really do. Go ahead and take your 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1 rather large egg. This you will have to beat. I'm just going to bring out my hand mixer today on this. No sense getting out the big one. Beat that together. so it's nice and creamy. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Then they want a half of a cup of softened butter. Really, I just stuck mine in my microwave for about 30 seconds. And I got it soft. I did. Got it really soft. Put that in there. That and that's out of the way. Okay. Blend that up. I wanted something simple tonight and yet tasty. Really? Yeah. Now add, I gotta get the measurements on that, just a minute here. Look on my cheat sheet. You're gonna need 1 1/2 of a teaspoon of vanilla. I have brought out my homemade vanilla. I used it just the other day. Really liked it. Really did. Simple to make. You have to wait 6 months though, or more. Here's the half. And there's 1. Yeah, this stuff is pretty good, I must say. Okay. Blend that in your bowl. Right there, that smells good. Oh yeah. Okay, get rid of this. Then you will need your dry ingredients. Now your dry ingredients are the 1 1/4, I believe it's a quarter, yeah, 1 1/4 cups of your flour. That in there. And along with that, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Not very much on that. And I believe it was 1/4. Yep, 1/4 of salt. Mix that in there. That wasn't too hard, was it? Nope. Kind of mix that around in the flour part. And start blending that. Then they want, this one is 1/2 cup of milk in here. I'm just folding mine in for right now. Kind of think it's better when you do that than so much of the beating with a mixer. See, I've never made this particular recipe before. Just one I stumbled across. And I thought, okay, I'll try it. I like to try different recipes, I do. Now, you're going to put this into the pan here. Tonight is a one-pan meal. Really, I'd like to do everything in just kind of one pan rather than so many pots and pans and dishes to be washing. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. You kind of just spread that out evenly on your pan. You don't care if the peaches all get covered too much. I'm going to try. Get them all down in there. And then you're gonna stick this in your 350-degree oven for 40 to 45 minutes. So I've got my oven going, nice and hot. Find my hot pads to even put it in there. I wonder where my other one is. There it is. Stuck way underneath the drawer. Do your hot pads do that? They just get there and they're all behind the back. Stick that in. Time it. I'm going to time mine for 30 minutes. And then I'll come back and look at it and see if it needs 5 more minutes. And I'll be back. It's time to bring out the peach upside down cake. Yep. I think it looks pretty good. I really do. While that was cooking, I made some nice beef cabbage soup. That's for lunch. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Now, rule of thumb, especially cast iron, you want to dump this upside down, wait about 5 minutes in here, let things settle, and then you'll be able to turn it out of your pan, or you could just leave it right in the cast iron skillet. I think I'm going to just leave mine in today. Really, I think I am. This is going to be delicious. Put some vanilla ice cream with it. Peach ice cream, homemade, would be even better. And enjoy this treat. I'll catch you next time. This is From My Kitchen to Yours of Cooking with Carol Diane. I'm on to making my dinner later tonight. Bye-bye.